Hey guys. Should probably clean up. Give me a second. So, back, cleaned up. Let's try that again, shall we? Hey guys, it's Dom. I'm back. This is Vlogmas Day 6, and today I'm doing kind of a short and sweet video. One I've been thinking about doing for a while, which is my top 5 books. All the books ever read, or I've ever read. These are my top 5. I'll give like a small brief description of why I like them all so much, but I will say tomorrow I will also be doing a top 5 films, or my top 5 films of all time. So, without further ado, let's start. Alright, starting off we have this lovely, beautifully bound copy of Oliver Twist. It's just such, like, I bought this originally just for the cover and the binding, but it just looks so nice. Everything inside of this book, just, I don't really know what to say apart from I just enjoy like looking at it. And so we've got photos and everything. It's Oliver Twist. I don't know how to. I remember doing a play of Oliver Twist years and years ago, and I remember arguing with the assistant director about how Fagin was pronounced, and I vehemently kept saying it can't be right, it's Fagin, because obviously that's what 9-year-old me, or however old I was, thought. Little did I know, I was indeed wrong, and who knows, I didn't know everything at 9 years old. But this beautifully bound copy of Oliver Twist is something I pick up and read every couple of years. I also just think it looks, with this like lovely spine, it just looks really nice on my bookshelf. Alright, next up we have the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Obviously this was made into a film, and it's not actually the first in the series, despite being the first film in the series. The first book is Angels and Demons, which is the second film, but I have misplaced my copy of Angels and Demons. And whilst I prefer the Angels and Demons film, I think I prefer the book to Da Vinci Code. It's just such an amazing book. After reading this, and then watching the film and then reading it again, I definitely think they made the right decision with having Tom Hanks play Robert Langdon. But if you want like a mental thriller, a book to make you just sit and think, any of the Dan Brown books in the Robert Langdon series will do that to you, whether it be Angels and Demons, the Da Vinci Code, Inferno, The Lost Symbol. There's one I'm missing that's going to annoy the hell out of me. But yeah, again, beautiful cover, really nice font, and you can see I've had it for a while, the pages are going yellow. So yeah, that is a Da Vinci Code. And again, it's another book that I can just kind of pick up at any time and then just enjoy reading it. And it doesn't matter if I mean, obviously I will start from the beginning each time, but I can like pick up at like some random chapter and still be just as engrossed as if I had started from the beginning. That's how realistic the characters are to me. Alright, next up we have a book called Mao's Last Dancer by Lee Kun-shin, I think it is. And again, if you have a look at the spine, I'm going to put some B-roll in. If you have a look at the spine, you can see just how many times this book has been read. It is about a Chinese, I don't want to say peasant, but it's kind of like someone living in poverty in China, and they get kind of picked to go to this ballet school or ballet academy, and it goes through all the hardships about how he tears his hamstrings because he's just forced to do these grueling things. There are photos of there are photos of his time, and again, one of my favourite ones, again I'll put B-roll in, there's a photo of him here from one of his professional photo shoots where he's doing a bronchette and splits in the air, and it just looks phenomenal. Unlike the other books, I can't read this whenever I want, because it does make you feel certain things. I mean, most books do, but as I showed in one of my earlier videos, I was a dancer for a long part of my life, which is why this book speaks so much to me. I don't know if you can get it anywhere, I believe you can, but yeah, this is less of a mental brain melter and more of a, if you're a cold-hearted like soul demon, this is probably one you should read. Alright, second to last, we have Wicked. So, I don't know if many of you know, before Wicked was a musical, it was a book by Gregory Maguire. God, so many G's. Gregory Maguire, and it's not actually just one book, it's 4. I currently only have the first. I'm in the process of acquiring the second and third, and I'll get the 4th one at some later point in time. But it's just so good, and it is so much darker than the West End play. I mean it's obvious, you can only really make a West End play so dark, but no, this is hella dark. This is, I don't really know what to say without giving it away. I mean, if you see Wicked the musical, you know what to expect in this, but if you've only seen the musical, there are some things that will surprise even you. And again, the only way I can describe it is like 3 or 4 times as dark as the musical, and I love it just as much, if not more. You really do get into the characters like Fiyero, Elphaba, and Galinda, or Garlinda, that becomes Glinda, whatever. It is so again, this is one of those books where it's like, I feel like I can just pick it up and read it, even if I'm in the middle of another book. It's just one of those like always one of those readable, enjoyable books. But again, you have to be wary that you will feel things you probably don't feel very often, and you may get very irrationally upset or angry or just something like that, because you might not, but I did start feeling things for these characters, and it's kind of like bastard when something happens to them. So yeah, Wicked, Years 1. And last but not least, we have the shortest book here, which is The Bicentennial Man by Isaac Asimov. Now, what a lot of people don't know, this is actually a set of short stories. It's not just The Bicentennial Man. The Bicentennial Man is just one of them. There are 12 short stories in this book, and The Bicentennial Man is number 8. But it is, without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite. They obviously made a film with Robin Williams in it, rest in peace. And that film is obviously going to be on my top 5 film lists. It is one of only 2 films to ever make me nearly cry. Those of you who know me know I'm not a big crier anyway. The Bicentennial Man is one of 2 films to nearly make me cry. I feel so many things I don't like feeling when I watch this film. I'm not a big people person a lot of the time, and I do somewhat empathise with robots or bipedal animals or things like that. And this kind of hits home in a really strong way for me. Like I said, I'm putting all 12 short stories in one category, because again, it is one book. And again, like compared to the Da Vinci Code, it's a lot smaller. But yeah, The Bicentennial Man specifically is one of those books, along with I, Robot, also by Isaac Asimov, where it just makes you think. And one of the good things about reading is that it does make you think, but it's the way the author writes it. And in between each of the short stories in here, you get little snippets of Asimov's life and like publishing deals he's had and things that have gone wrong and everything like that. But I have read this book, specifically The Bicentennial Man inside The Bicentennial Man, but also The Tercentenary Incident. I've read both of those a couple of times, and it's just so mind-fucky, and there's no other way to say it. Asimov has done some amazing stuff, and he is an amazing author, and I wish I could read his works over and over and over. So guys, there you go. There are my top 5 books of all time. I will put links in the description for where you can buy them on Amazon. I don't have an affiliate code, unfortunately, so I won't get anything from that. But that doesn't mean you guys can't read some amazing books. So this, I've now got to go edit, but this is Vlogmas Day 6. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I got it bad.